Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mariner of Spirit. I am Greg. I am your host, and this comes to you via Supernatural Inc. Network. Great people. They're my family, so if you get the opportunity to run into them, usually out in Missouri or in that area out there, say hello to Katie and Katie. Please. Tonight, I'm waiting on my guest, and I have some backups, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, she will be here. Her name is Anna Brandamarte, and she's a spirit medium. She's a witch, investigator, candle maker, and podcast host out on the East Coast. So hopefully it'll happen. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I want to go ahead and shout out to a few people. I want to shout out to my group from Wednesday night. One Spirit Connect. I have a great group of people. And if I don't mention somebody, I missed them by mistake. It's not I didn't, I just get brain crazy. But anyway, it would be, for instance, Carol Garcia, you've got Kim Baranski, you have Barbara Spear, you have, boy, oh boy, now I'm running into problems already here now. There's a whole bunch of people. Why is this happening? Why did I start that? As I come up with the names, I'll go ahead and mention them as I go on. But anyway, what I wanted to mention is the fact that, we're going into another almost transitional period where what we're going to try to be doing over there is using frequencies to help us increase in our awareness and our powers and things like that. I may go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and give her another 5 minutes. And I see Mr. Dorman's here, so I can go ahead and bring him in a few minutes, please. And that would be great. And we've got another secret guest who has been here for a little bit, and he's from down in Texas. And he used to be a partner of mine for quite a few shows, and we always had a lot of fun. And it'd be good for him to join us too. And I talked to him about that in case. So that's where it's at. And I'll just give 3 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and change. But if I can get that correct, I don't know why I can't. That drives me crazy. How can I go ahead and forget my people? Can you please tell me that? Everybody's going, oh, what's wrong with Greg? Okay, we got Rex. We got Rex Nielsen. And that's all that's on this one. Rex, you got, usually you got Mike Wright. He's on occasionally. You have, what am I missing? Well, I'm sure you guys will go ahead and tell me. So, yeah, just hang on there for a minute and we'll go ahead and see what happens. I just want to make sure, and it doesn't make any difference now if she doesn't or not. And, I wish she was. I hope there's nothing going on and she's okay. Seems to be a hell of a lady. So without further ado, what I'm going to go ahead and you can go ahead and use the link, Lenny, if you'd like. You got a link in your and you can come in. We're just going to start it out. We're just not going to. Show starts today at 9:00, and it's 9:09 right now. So, Len, if you want to go ahead and I sent you a link in Messenger. This is the most. Here we go. There's Mr. Len Dorman. Come on, Lenny. How come it's not adding you to the stage? There you are. Come on. Oh, that's why. What the heck is going on? There you go.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, Len?
It's Friday.
I'm glad you filled in.
Tater tots for supper. So the wife's happy. I'm happy. Everything's going just great.
That's awesome. Awesome. I invited somebody else to come on too, just in case. And
okay, we can just have a little chit chat.
We can go ahead and have at it. And we've got. I'll message him and have real fast and have him come on.
Nothing like a little get together on a Friday evening between friends.
So what's been going on?
Well, we kind of stopped working on the house. A little bit cool down here.
Oh, just a little bit?
And just a little bit. So we kind of slowed down working on the house. We had a little rain. We have not got caught up in our rain yet. The whole South has been in a drought. Everything from Texas over to where Greeny is over there in South Carolina has been in a drought. And we've had some rain the past few days, but we have not gotten over our drought.
Wow.
At least we can burn stuff if we want to, but we're still in.
Is that a good idea with a drought?
Well, everything's kind of wet with the rain, but the ground's not saturated yet, not full of water.
See. Okay.
It doesn't count toward the ending of the drought. There's not much runoff. The ground soaked it up. The creeks are still down. The lakes are down. I've had people talk about their ponds. One guy told me he had a 75-acre lake on his property. Just a small property owner, 75-acre lake, but it's down to just a little acre pool now. And it was fed by an underground spring, and he's hoping the big fish got underground into the water down there because he's got no water in his lake.
Oh my God!
So Christy says we need rain. So everybody in the South needs rain. It goes to the West Coast. I mean, look at Lake Powell right now. Look at the Hoover Dam, or what's behind Hoover Dam, or what isn't behind Hoover Dam. So put it that way. We need rain.
We were getting hit with like monsoons here. We had water as deep to a cow.
Wow. And the whole South is hurting. I mean, it basically it's going from California to the West Coast, East Coast.
All our chains around here, we have a big chain lake that I usually fish for muskies, and it's closed. It's so high.
Wow. You got high water up there, and we got low water here.
Yeah.
All over the South, like I say.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's weird. We're having this cool. This is not usual. This is well below our daily average in temperature. But I'll take it. We're not having to run any air conditioning yet, which is what we usually are doing this time of year. At least having to run the air from, say, 2 o'clock in the afternoon to about 6 or 7 at night, cut it back off.
Look who's here.
Reginald R. the X. Long time, Reginald.
Hey.
Good to see you, Reggie.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Yeah, there's one the spur of the moment thing, Greg.
Yes.
Coming in.
Yes, it was.
What you failed to remember is all of my cameras, all of my equipment, and my podcast computer all in Texas.
No.
So
this is good.
On vacation.
I had to hot wire this Android phone that's not in service up to where I could. So I got it sitting on a tripod. So yeah.
You know, the shows that are unpredictable or unpredicted are usually the best ones anyway. To me.
Well, you look kind of awesome. Dressed in black with a white ceiling and a white wall as a background.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
we can see you.
It filled it up. You remember, this is my old background right there.
That's where he used to be.
Yeah, we've taken some of the stuff off the wall, but man,
back to Texas.
Is there a way for me to see the chat?
You can't see it.
You may not be able to see it on that phone.
Yeah, maybe not.
Some phones doesn't work. If that's an older phone, it might not work with the chat.
Oh,
ooh,
what happened? Spider get you? It was a spider. I bet you it was a spider.
God dang it.
If he was down here, I'd say he was walking barefoot out in the yard and a copperhead got him.
Yep. Ow. Ow. Christy, aren't you from Australia? And if you are from Australia, what time is it right now? Just curious. Because down the road, I would like to go ahead and you and there's somebody else that's in the room that down the road a little bit.
What time is it down there, Christy? Christy's a good person. She comes in and a lot of the shows and interacts with us too. I like her.
She's always on. She's a great girl.
I pushed the wrong button.
Okay.
What did you try to escape?
No, I was just trying to see the comments and I pushed something that I shouldn't have.
I used to get in trouble on dates like that. I'd push the wrong button and then I'd get a black eye.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
You know how you prevent that.
How's that?
You convince your date that a beating turns you on.
Oh yeah, and then they won't do it.
Yep. Wait a minute, this is a family show.
Yeah, it is a family show. It was.
Greg, did you see the time that Christy gave? She says it's 12:17 a.m.
Oh, so it's after midnight.
Yes.
It's not 1 o'clock in the morning yet. So it's not that far off. Really? It's like 4 hours, and that doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe it's the next day.
The next day.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, down the road I'll propose something and we'll see if it works or not. If you're up for it. I'd want to go ahead and get a panel of about 2 or 3 of you people of you wonderful people, just like these wonderful people.
Oh, there's your answer, Greg. She says it's PM, not AM.
Oh, so it's
Not
midnight.
12 in the morning. It's 12:17. I guess it's lunchtime for her.
Okay.
Saturday lunchtime down in Australia.
Well, maybe that'll work. That would work, probably.
So what's you got a topic for tonight?
No, we're on here. One of the things that I wanted to bring up, and I didn't know whether I was going to get to it or not, pertains to all these 10 missing scientists in the United States that were all part of NASA and all the space programs.
To be honest, Greg, I don't know that much about it. I've heard about it. I've heard, but it's all done. I've heard that scientists are missing, but I don't know how I'll talk about it because I don't really know much more than that.
Okay, well, I what I wanted to do is just mention it
Okay.
and see, if anybody would even comment on it. But there was a bunch of people that has to do with this molecular gravity and exotic propulsion machines, planetary defense, jet propulsion, and NASA. And the last one one of the last ones, not the last one, was that guy that was on the other network with the shows that are on that, like the UFO shows and that. And he's been on there. He had blonde hair and he sort of wears it down. And he'd been on those shows for quite some time. And all of a sudden they ran a video of him last week where he was saying all this stuff like he was talking to somebody. And it had to deal with that. This isn't right, blah, 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 and on and on and on. And I don't know what I'm going to do. And the next thing, this guy goes ahead and kills himself. And it's not just one. Like I said, there's 10 of them that are they're dead. And one of them was a lady by the name of Kim Iverson. And she was a UFO specialist. So they don't know whether this has to do with the big disclosure as far as what belongs to us and then what comes from out there. So Reggie, being a starseed, Reggie may have a little in on that.
I'll be willing to listen to what Reggie has to say about that.
You haven't been putting your thumb out lately and looking for a ride or anything, have you, Reg?
No. Well, always. But they know I'll take off with the ship.
But it's just crazy. It's the things that have been happening lately,
I haven't really been I haven't had regular TV in 30 years, and so I don't really follow a whole lot.
Well, this came right off of here. This came right off of Facebook.
Yeah, no, I mean I saw a couple of the posts.
There was one by this one lady. I can't remember what her name is, but it could be that Kim Iverson, but I don't
know
that was speaking.
It's hard to say some of the stuff that I feel about this because I don't really know unless you're there. You don't really know.
Yes, Christy says that she's a starseed and an indigo child. So there she is, Reggie. There's a lady right in here right now that's a starseed too.
I can't. Oh, I was gonna try and get on the. I was working on the other computer trying to get to the actual live so I could see the chat.
Oh, I don't know if they were alien abducted or not, Christy, but they're gone. And the last one, I guess they found his body, and he was the one that was on all those programs, all those unknown programs or whatever they were.
I have mixed emotions about all that stuff, really, because
Kimmy says, yeah, there were a couple of husband and wives go missing about 2 weeks ago.
When I look at anything that happens, I kind of blame it, and pardon me for saying this, but I kind of blame it on the government. So I don't think aliens did anything. I think
I agree with you.
I think the government just discloses a certain amount.
What would be so important right now that they would have to go ahead and button somebody up? I mean, we're pretty much at disclosure. Everybody understands that there are things that are flying around that aren't ours, besides ours.
I mean, there's a lot, and I could be fighting with half of the world if I had disclosed everything that has come to light to me, whether it be in a vision or a dream or whatever.
Oh, we wouldn't want you to do that.
You know, well, the world will lose. Star Family take over.
Lenny's going.
The Star Family wouldn't have none of that. So,
right.
You know, but I always, I try to think before I speak about anything. I have to be talking to the right person that I trust in order to come up with, you know, to tell them what most people would say I believe, but what I know is real and what's not real. And so I'm very careful about talking about stuff because I don't know how, and you know me, you know, how fluent I am at manifesting things. And so I have to kind of be, you know, I got to close myself off once in a while, you know, and because if I start communicating, you know, things start to happen. And I'm at a loss for words really on the subject because I don't know.
Well, you know, it's just gut feelings, and it's, you know, to me, if I put it to both you guys in this way, that there are things that have been happening that aren't right, and there's people that have put their heart and souls into certain fields, and that's their livelihood, and all of a sudden they're disappearing, and it's not one or two, now it's 10 or 11. And it all started out, you know, with this big surge on going around the moon. And from my viewpoint, it's always been the fact that no matter if people believe it or not that we went to the moon, the idea about going around to the dark side of the moon, we never did that until this last trip. So, and is anybody telling us what's on the dark side of the moon? Nobody. They haven't said word one about the dark side of the moon. It's like it's not there. You know, so it's that's why I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to bring it up because we all know what happened a long time ago with the space programs. and we all know about how they claim they saw things, and then other people said they didn't. And now we're in this, we're on this precipice where we can fall very easily by saying the wrong things. But it's still the United States of America, as far as I'm concerned, and it's still you have your freedom of speech, and that's the difference. So what they want to do and what they say they're doing are two different things. Lately, you can't really tell. Have you been looking at it that way, Len, or not?
Well, Kimmy Korf just brought up something. They cut off a live feed at an interesting time. Why? Don't know. We've actually been around all the Apollos that landed on the moon. Apollo 8 went to the wrong side, went to the back side of the moon, but they didn't really have any cameras aimed down, because you got to go in orbit around the moon to land on it. The Apollo 11 had Michael Collins orbiting around the moon the whole time that Neil Armstrong was on the moon. And you got to go around the dark side to fire the rocket at the back of the service module to get home. But they didn't do any research back there, and they were in low orbit. This is the first time they went well beyond the moon at a very high orbit around the moon. And swung them around and come around, basically using gravity. We've never been that far out before. And the only thing that came close was Apollo 13, when they were trying to figure out how to get around the moon and get back home, having only the lunar module for propulsion.
Yeah, right.
Because they didn't have that big service module. That service module's got a big rocket motor on the back of it. And they had to make up with it using the lunar module. And it slung them out a little bit far. And they had the record for being the furthest away from Earth until this last mission.
So do you think there's anything to the dark side?
I don't know. Until I got up there and stayed on the dark side for a couple of months, taking photos and exploring it visually through telescopes with cameras, using full spectrums and x-rays and everything else I could think of to aim at it, and probably did at least a couple of months of research. I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I don't know, and I don't think, unless we send a small space station out there that stays back there for a while, I don't think we'll ever find out. And if there is anything there, would they let us do that? If we're having trouble with one swing around, what are they going to do if we launch 4 or 5 of these new Artemis rockets and get back there and you've only got one with people on it? The other one they put with space station components and put a space station back there.
Right.
Would they even let us do that? Are they going to let us go up there? Because we are in a space race with China to see who can put a man on the moon again. The thing about going to the moon is helium-3. Is something up there or somebody? Helium-3 is a very modern, for us, and to us still in the experimental stage, energy source. Is something up there using the helium-3 that doesn't want us up there using it? China controls about 90% of the helium-3 on Earth. It's very rare. The moon's half covered in it. If you've got something up there and you know how to use helium-3 as an energy source, because you've got the 30 days of darkness all over the moon, so solar panels, it's hard to get enough battery power to last 30 days.
Okay.
So you'd have to have a huge field, and you got to have a whole cave full of batteries. So they're saying any lunar base can't survive on solar panels sitting outside the door. they've got to run a cable on the surface of the moon up to the north and south poles, which have sun 24/7. They never lose the sun. But that still doesn't help you explore the dark side. Or, it's just, it still gets some daylight, but the far side, let's call it. It still doesn't help you back there. Something could be there, not want us using the helium-3 on the moon, because that's their, that would be like, if something's back there using the helium-3 and seeing us coming up there wanting to also use the helium-3, that's like aliens coming down to Earth saying, oh, okay, we're going to start taking the oil out of the Middle East and taking it with us. We're not going to put up with that.
All right.
Because that crashes the entire world's economy. We see the trouble here with the straits being closed for a short time.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what would happen if aliens come down and took every drop of oil out of, say, Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, and Saudi Arabia all at the same time? Took it all gone?
Reggie wouldn't be driving his car over there. And
I don't think any of us would be driving a car. Our grass wouldn't get cut either, unless we bought electric lawnmowers.
What a situation. It's like, what the heck is going on? Don't we have enough? You know what I mean?
The world's in a crazy situation. And like I said, I don't know, but maybe in a few years we will, because with us and China looking at exploring the moon, putting a permanent base there, maybe we can do some exploring and just see and settle all these questions once and for all. That would be really nice. I don't care which answer is which. I'm not going to sit there and, we got to find this. We got to find this. If they go back there and find there's nothing, or if they go back there and find there's another alien race that's got 1 million people living on the backside of the moon, let's find out.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm curious.
That's for sure. There's, we've experienced things in our lifetimes that if you looked at civilized people, we've experienced the most, as far as the things that we've seen, the even just the moon itself.
Well, yeah, I was born in 56. My mother used to go down to see her aunt down in Jacksonville, Florida. I was born in Columbus, Georgia, and I used to fly back and on prop planes. Basically, the DC-3, the civilian version of the C-47 transport, everybody jumped out of in World War II. That 2-engine prop plane is what I flew back and forth in Columbus and Jacksonville. That's what serviced the airports in that area. It was DC-3s. And we've gone from DC-3s, 747s are now getting old, and we're now on newer 757s and 737, what does it call that last model, M or whatever it is?
Yeah,
Max. 737 Max, which is so computerized and so advanced that I've seen in my lifetime flying on those DC-3 prop planes.
Well, I started at O'Hare. First time I flew out of O'Hare, it wasn't O'Hare, it was Orchard Field. And my mother dropped me off because I had to take a plane to Minneapolis to meet my dad because we were going up into Canada.
What kind of plane did you catch?
It was a jet.
Oh, it was a jet. Okay.
I want to say it was a 27. But that was like the first year. They just didn't have anything built there yet. And they had the old it wasn't even a terminal. It was just a flat as far as you could see. They were just starting to build it. So, and then, same thing when I landed in Minnesota. Everything was small scale compared to what it is today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was about maybe 12, my uncle down in Jack was sending me back to Columbus. My mother did not go. I did. But they were sending me back so I could start school the next week. And still caught a DC-3. But my uncle pulls right up to the stairs. Lifts me off. I get out of the car, bag in hand, hand the bag off so it can be put in the baggage compartment, and climb the stairs in the airplane. Just a matter of steps.
Because you were a little guy, right?
Yeah, but that's how they loaded everybody. You just either walked out if you were waiting in the terminal, or if you drove up like I did, barely on time for the flight, you get out of your car and got right on the plane.
I was told by the stewardess that I'm with her. So you go back there, and she pointed to a section. Said that's where you're going to sit, back there by me, because we got to watch you. And I thought, oh, does it got something to do with, I'm one of them kids?
Well, DC-3, remember there were no doors for the pilot's compartment. If you sat the first couple of seats, you were sitting there and the curtains were kind of flapping on every kind of breeze, every little move in the plane. You're sitting there looking at the pilot.
Yeah,
and they always pick one or two kids to come up into the cockpit with them.
Reggie, were you ever in the cockpit with a pilot, like right out of that movie? What was that funny one with
Airplane?
Airplane.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
No, the only well, I was practically in the cockpit when I was on a Cessna.
On a Cessna?
Yeah, that's about the same thing.
I mean, you can't get any closer than that.
No, you can't. Yeah. Not unless you're in their seat with them.
You can just go like this. And
I'll tell you right now, that's one scary ride when it's real windy out.
Oh. You know what's scarier is helicopters. Heelys.
Helicopters are weird. They're harder to fly than an airplane. And most pilots will tell you that. They've flown both. And they really stretch the laws of physics.
Yes. That they do. So what's been going on with your show?
Talking to me or Reg?
Yeah, to you, Len.
Oh, what's been going on? Had a great show last night. Tell you who I talked to. Not this month, not last month. Henry Lee, who's got the Gilchrist County Jail down in Florida.
Oh, wow.
And tell you what, this was interesting since you brought it up and you asked. He's got a guy, his job is installing security cameras. The infrared security cameras that record, who's in your yard. And what they're going to do with this jail is install a camera in each jail cell. This is a small county jail. It's only got the number, he said, about 7 or 8 cells. They had 3 or 4 different cells, 2-person cells on the first floor, which was the women's jail. Upstairs were the men. There was only two rooms. One of them was kind of solitary confinement. One had 2 people in it. And then they had the rest of them almost in a bunkhouse type room. All in one kind of a common room. So they're going to put one of these cameras, about like this. It looks like a human being because it's got a center round thing. It looks like a person going like that with plenty of infrared light for a room. And they're going to put that online 24/7 where you can subscribe, pay them a monthly fee or a yearly fee. Wow. You go in there, of course, with your passwords, and can go in there and watch their live as long as you want to.
Are you capable of recording on your end?
I did not ask them if they could record off. Probably not. Because some things you send in Messenger, some are set you can pull off, some of them you can't.
Okay.
And I'm imagining they're going to keep their recordings on their own, so people will come in and subscribe. And if you got a favorite one, you can go back and pull up their archives that they'll keep online using the cloud and watch a previous event. They will keep them on during investigation. Like if Reggie went down to Florida, I know he has a lot of trips down to Disney World down there, so it's just a few miles from Orlando.
Have you been to Disney World, Reggie?
Yeah, I actually applied at MGM when I lived in Florida.
So you know where I'm talking about. But if he went down there and gave him some money and he had an investigation, you and I could sit here at our individual homes, Greg, and we subscribe to their service, watch Reggie's entire investigation.
Wow.
A lot.
That seems to be the way a lot of groups are going now.
Yeah, and it's eventually going to be where it's you don't have to go many places unless you want to do the investigation yourself. You could just sit back and watch everybody else investigate, or like you will in about 6 or 7 weeks.
That's kind of one of the things that we're thinking about doing, me and Christy, is buying a place, like investing in a old house or a haunted anything. And well, that house we're in Texas now, some say I might have went a little overboard, but I installed 16 security cameras in and out of that house, all the way around it, inside every room, down every hallway, in the garage.
Why did you do that?
And I've got one that I can control from, or a couple of them I can control them up and down, because I'm positioning one of them to where, and it has yet to be installed, but I'm going to position one to where I can aim it towards the sky.
That's not a bad idea.
Do a little bit of watching, But yeah, I've already caught like several spirit in the garage. I mean, and I know it has something to do with that car.
You think so?
Yeah. Because the balls of light keep going in through the windshield. You should see it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Have you
it's like they're
filmed
going
it?
in to sit down.
Have you filmed it?
a few minutes later, they come out of the windshield again. Yeah, it's really neat.
You actually
like
filmed it.
I manifest in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, wait a minute. You didn't answer that.
What?
Have you filmed it?
I got security cameras 24/7.
Okay, so
Everything's
they're filming
recorded.
Okay.
And sound.
See, there you go. Reginald's on the cutting edge of what I believe the paranormal's headed to.
Yep.
And so, but that's what I was going to do. Like if I ever bought a bowling center, an old one, or, any place, I was going to just do it like that. And, like I said, I manifest a lot because I'm always communicating. And I don't know what I'm going to do as far as a podcast goes when I get to Texas. But I'm assuming you guys are going to see me on the news within the first year. Because if we didn't have to come back to Wisconsin at the moment to get all the rest of our stuff and everything, I would have already went to Arizona and found that lady. But I got stuck coming back here.
Which lady is that?
The lady that was missing. that came up missing couple months ago.
Down there.
Yeah, in Arizona. She was
Oh.
all over the news.
Oh, you're talking about the mother of the person who does the morning show on ABC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names. I'm sorry.
I thought she showed up or something.
Not that I've
I
heard.
don't have cable. I don't know. I don't have cable.
I haven't heard about her showing. Last time I heard, she was still missing.
Yeah.
They just haven't found where somebody put her.
But
And
that's the
nobody
first thing.
and nobody's claimed anything.
Once we get to Texas, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Is I don't know about going to Arizona now, but somebody comes up missing, I'm going to find them.
There you go. Thank you, Christy. Nancy Guthrie.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, that's right, Nancy. But I'm going to grab everything. I'm already working on a couple of inventions to where I can just grab and go, kind of like a paranormal thing, but so I can grab and go, and when I'm talking to them, I can, in real time, I can back things up right where I'm at and really listen to what they're trying to tell me. And I'm going to end up finding someone or solving an unsolved case. I know I will, because I'm just going to drive there wherever it's at. Now that I'm not tied down to working hourly, I can leave whenever I want. And so I'm just going to jump in the car and go.
Well, if you could find Nancy Guthrie, you're probably going to end up appearing on ABC or Disney.
No.
Because remember, Disney does own ABC.
Well,
ESPN
I really truly believe that, and this is a belief right now. It's not reality yet, but if I go after something, someone to find them or solve a case, I'm going to solve it. I know I will, because I'll have all the answers recorded. And I think the media will run away with it. That's the reason why I said that you'll see me on the news. And then I might become one of those disappearing people. I don't think that'll happen.
You might find your body on the far side of the moon.
No,
Right.
I think
Reggie,
my
the space explorer.
my Sirius Star family will show up in a ship and whisk me away before that happens.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're beautiful alien women with 3 boobs, and they'll have to resuscitate you to get you on their ship.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Christy says she will be in a mine shaft. I thought she'd be in a well myself. But
Some of the deeper wells, like I get my water from here. Star City has advertised a very, very deep well to get out of contaminated waters where it doesn't have fertilizer hole in it.
yeah.
They had to make a really, really deep well. So there's not a whole lot of difference between a deep well and a mine shaft.
Wow. Now, when I was in school in the UP of Michigan, we had mine shafts that were 7 miles long. And they were all interconnected. And then when one of the mine shafts would collapse, we'd have almost like an earthquake.
Mm.
That was all the copper mines in the UP, way up there. All those guys were down there miles and miles down.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make any sense to me, but
They follow the vein.
yeah.
They're going down there and basically this tube, they call it veins because it looks like a blood vessel, a vein, blood vein. And they find the crystal, they find usually quartz around gold and look for a gold or a silver vein. And they just follow the vein wherever it goes. If it goes north, south, east, or west, it goes up, they'll follow it up. If it goes down, they'll follow it down. If there's money to be made, they'll follow it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Then if the vein peters out, next thing you know, you got a 7-mile deep hole in the ground.
You got any events coming up by you, Lenny?
Well, right now the big thing is New Orleans.
Oh, that's right. Reggie, you going to New Orleans? You already been there.
When's that?
July 31st and August 1st and 2nd.
That's exactly when I'll be in the North Woods.
What is the event?
What is the event?
It's the Paracon, New Orleans Paracon.
Paracon.
And it's being run by Jennifer Talley and her husband. I want to say his name is Chris.
And you'd be exactly right.
Yeah.
And
Chris and Jennifer Talley.
Yep. Great people. She was on my show a couple times. The first time she was on she was just down there for there's you just put it up. Somebody put it up.
Go ahead and play that video to get the pictures of the guest.
They even got Brandon on there.
That James Stokes if you're into horror. And Father Sebastian if you're into vampires.
Yep. Sam and Father Bob. Father Bob's been on the show. And so is Latrina, and Patty. I'm trying to get a hold of Patty.
And of course, my boss, Latriana Terry Brown.
Yeah,
Video of the network.
I've never met Angel Morgan. You know who Angel Morgan is?
Is that background music on your...
Dr. Bill Slevin I just missed him down in Key West.
Can you hear me? Oh, never mind.
That's awesome.
Never mind.
What?
I'm like sitting here thinking I had a pop-up on my phone because of that music wouldn't stop. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I'm gonna get crashed out.
Everybody's
And then I saw
yelling,
music,
screaming.
Jazz Street.
They've done a tremendous job. And,
Yes, they have.
It's awesome. And I said to her when she was on, I says, you're doing that on the same, right in the middle of when I have 1 week and then I have the second week, and right in the middle is when they're doing that. And I'll be up in northern Wisconsin with my whole entire brood will be up there. We always we have a couple B&Bs that we rent, huge homes, and just have a blast. Kids just eat it up. And I've got 6 grandkids, so, and some of them are getting bigger now. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fishing, a lot of fun, a lot of fires.
And by the way, one thing Jennifer probably maybe not have told you, but Chris has told me, next year's will probably be in June.
Yes, that's what she was telling me that they were.
Oh, she did tell you. Okay.
To switch it a little bit because that I'll be there if it's in June.
Because Latriana and Gwen are going to be in Gettysburg the week before New Orleans, and they've got an event which they're obligated to be at in southeastern Alabama the week after. They got 3 events in 3 weeks, 3 straight weekends.
Wow.
So he's going to try to get it away from the Gettysburg, which is a regular event, and the one in Alabama, which is a yearly event, and put it in the middle of June when there's still nothing going on in New Orleans, because that's his plan, is to get it away. Nobody goes to New Orleans in June, July, and August. You just don't do it. When you've got 102 degrees, you got 100% humidity, and the sun's beating down on your head, that's a piece of misery trying to walk down the street. Because remember, a lot of the area in New Orleans is either right at or right below sea level. So that barometric pressure is high when you got that much atmosphere on top of you, and it's holding that dadgum much water.
You remember the movie The Bridge in the River Kwai?
Yeah, I remember the movie. Yes.
Okay, you remember Alex Guinness?
Yes.
And he had that, his army coat that he wore, and the back of it was black. That's the way mine was when I was overseas. And I couldn't get rid of it, and no matter what we did. And finally it said, I went supply. They said, here, take 3 more. Get rid of them because of the sweat. And you just walked outside and your arms would just automatically just perspire your whole body.
And turn red pretty quickly from sunburn. That's why instead of wearing the shirt like you got on in New Orleans, Greg, you wear a shirt like I got on.
Well, I normally wear the breathing ones, but this here was one that I picked up in Key West just this last time that we were there, because it's nice and light and you could wear it when it's warm outside. You don't have anything on underneath it, but I've got my I got my Hellier sweatshirt, my Hellier shirt.
I made a mistake when I came back up here.
Why? Do you have any clothes?
Well, no coats. It was so nice down there. I didn't think nothing of it. Just jumped in the car and left. I thought I had everything, and I didn't bring any of my coats.
Reggie's going to go out and kill a moose.
Sorry, I'm laughing at you, Reggie, but that's funny.
It's been cold here.
So I've been running around with a T-shirt on.
We've had baseball games for 2 weeks already. And we've had some night games that, boy, oh boy.
I've been watching some of the Cubs games. I mean, they're playing in daytime and got their hoodies out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's going down to, I think the low predicted tonight here is 49 degrees.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is a long sleeve. This is a long sleeve t-shirt.
Speaking of baseball, like for one of the first times ever, did you guys see that catch? That one base that pitcher made here in the last month?
No, I don't know. Who do you play for?
Man, I forget which team it was. It might have been the Guardians. I can't remember which team.
Who are the Guardians?
But it used to be the Indians.
Okay.
Now they're called the Guardians.
The Cleveland team.
Yeah. And he pitched the ball and they called it a ground rule single. They wouldn't let him take the catch because the ball came back at him so fast that when he turned to catch it, it went in between 2 buttons on his shirt and he caught it in his shirt. It hit him and it missed his body and went looped around his back his shirt. And his shirt was tucked in. So of course it didn't hit the ground. He just pulled it out of his shirt like this.
Did he throw the first base?
Oh, he didn't have. They called it a ground rule. Like
I bet the rep had to dig through the rule book for that one.
The rule book say you're not allowed to use anything except your glove or your hand to catch a ball.
Oh.
You're not allowed to use uniforms. You're not even allowed to use hats. Nothing.
You can't put a broom on your glove and jacket it up so you can catch one going over the wall?
I don't know, because it says you have to use your hand or your glove. It didn't say your glove has to be attached to you.
Barbara Spear says she saw it.
I would throw the glove up. Knock the ball out of there.
I don't think that works either. There's got to be a rule against a rule somewhere.
Well, I don't think it would be if you caught the glove and the ball.
Yeah, but you knock the ball down with the glove. So I don't know.
I don't know. That would be something they would have to go ahead and argue about.
That's something where you find out where the umpires go to have a beer after the game, and you ask them at the bar after about 4 or 5 drinks.
The front one on your right.
And Carol says, and big, huge bugs in those months too. Yikes, Len.
Yes. And several people want to go on gator tours. The gators are pretty active, and they've been catching a lot of hogs in Texas, but down in Louisiana they take you back in the swamp on a fast boat, park you in the middle, up against close to the bank, do a few hog calls, and throw a whole bag of kernel corn on the ground.
On the podcast.
No, I know.
Okay.
And here comes every feral hog in existence.
Is that Christy?
Yeah.
Say hi to Christy.
You said hi. Greg said hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
She's kind of happy. I got something in the mail today. We brought another spirit into the house.
Oh no.
Yeah. We collect bones. And I got a female cow skull.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a cow skull.
Hi, Pierre.
How are you going to take that home?
Did you say Pierre?
Yeah, not Pierre.
That's Lynn from Arkansas.
I don't have my glasses on.
She didn't have her glasses on. She said, "Hi, Pierre."
You know who Pierre is?
That's Lynn.
I don't know who Pierre is.
He's from Morgan City.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from New Orleans.
Okay.
That's why I thought it was him because of the accent.
Oh,
Sorry.
The next time, Christy,
yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
have enough time.
I brought her home. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, to answer a question is back in the chat. Gwen, I think she pretty well has Saturday night off. I don't think we have a show this late on Saturday.
Well, tonight's Friday night.
Oh, tonight's Friday night. There is a couple of shows on Friday, but not one this late, I don't think.
She was on earlier. Oh, look at that.
There
Where'd
you
you
go.
find that? Where'd you find that, on the side of the road or something?
Oh no. I look once in a while on eBay and things, and I'm doing business. So
I found one of those as a kid. It was a female cow that was out in the pasture of an aunt, one of my aunts, my father's sister, and it went down into a stream bed and apparently fell while it was going up or down the bank, and injured itself enough to where she had to go back there and put a bullet in his head, or her head, just to pull it out of his misery. And I went back there months, maybe a year later, and there was nothing left but bleached bones. Because again, we're talking North Florida here.
Yeah.
And I brought the skull back, and we hung it up on a old nail, on her little tobacco. She used to smoke tobacco. Had a little barn there set up to smoke tobacco. And we put it on the side of that tobacco smoker building.
Wow.
And last time I looked, it was still there. Nobody ever bothered to take it down. I put that down. I must have been, I was single digits, 7, 8, 9 years old. And this female cow had horns.
Was
Would
it like a Texas?
No, it had short horns. The horns were only about that big, that long.
Okay.
But it was a female cow who had horns. Occasionally that happens. If you watch a lot of cattle, and sometimes I like to inspect my hamburger meat on the hoof. So I'll be watching cows on TV, and you'll see a female cow with the horns.
Okay, so she would be allowed to go in the right bathroom then.
They probably have some conservative somewhere wanting to see her passport or her birth certificate.
That's for sure. Hey,
Nancy, hello. Nancy Noonan Kelly.
hey, Nancy. She has a beautiful German Shepherd.
Yeah, you're talking about that, Greg. That was one law I wondered how they enforce, because you know what I mean. I used to take pictures of female bodybuilders,
Oh,
and I've known bodybuilders, and some of them were in pro wrestling that were not that pretty in the face, and they're bigger than I am.
yeah.
And you know, I want to see one of these gals in the wrestling business. They want to check their ID before they go in the women's bathroom.
There's one that's been floating around in Facebook that absolutely has that forehead,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that is sort of a giveaway, but it's like weird. She looks just weird. Huge arms and
Mm-hmm.
big chest. It's like, what the heck?
Well, that's the ones that have no business in female sports. If they start taking the drugs and they want to, you know, go from one to the other, that's their business. But if they do it after puberty, they've got no business in women's sports. Now, if they catch it before puberty, then especially a man becoming a woman, well, at that point, a girl becoming a boy, becoming a girl becoming a boy, whatever. Catch them before puberty, you can't tell. But after puberty, you should definitely not be allowed in women's sports, because that testosterone gets flowing through their bodies, and there's no taking that away.
Yeah, Yikes.
So, you know, that's what gives the advantage is testosterone that men have that women don't.
Until you get to be our age, and then you don't have to worry about it at all anymore.
Right. We have no testosterone. Or we got to take supplements.
Hey, it's been great having you guys here. Thank you very much for last minute showing up.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
I really appreciate it. And, you know,
I'm usually home Friday night.
I owe you guys one.
And I almost forgot you get cut off after an hour.
No, I can stay on a little bit. It's already 10:12, so
yeah.
If we go to 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
I got 108 on the counter here. Now, my last night show, they let me run a little late because I don't have a show after mine on All Access Network. But I went 2:20.
Wow.
2
hours and 20 minutes. But the guy
back in the olden days, me and Greg used to go 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I once had a guest on my show that had no shows around me on the network I was on before All Access, and she lived in California. We went 6 hours. It just her and me talking for 6 hours.
Who catered it? Who goes 6 hours without any food?
Fortunately, I ate just before the show started. I think she was eating immediately after.
Oh boy, that's crazy. I got all these great people in here too that are watching us.
Hey, you always have a lot of people in your chat room that's loyal to you and like to listen to you and to your show, which is a compliment to you, Greg, to the quality of people you have on your show and what you're talking about, your subjects.
Well, I hope everybody liked it tonight. You know, Christy BDSM.
Yeah, I apologize. I wasn't contributing as much as I probably should have.
You're fine. We'll get out. You're going to be here for a while, so it's not like it's going to be a one-time chat. I'll bring you in.
You held up your end of the log, Reggie.
we've been doing a whole lot lately, and so I've been getting kind of, this is a huge change going from Wisconsin to Texas.
Oh, good. I don't even want to think about
But once
that.
we get there, I'm going to unleash. You wait. You watch. It's going to happen. I'm going to be.
Nancy said Lynn wasn't talking. I usually do my share of talking. Last night show, like I said, the guy that was on there had the guy with the security cameras and the guy who was actually at the location who was gracious enough to carry the camera all around the jail. And she, including showing an old police car where 2 officers were killed in the police car in the line of duty. So, tell me that car's not haunted. And I think they're going to have a camera on it too. So we might have one of those things like Reggie was describing.
Oh, yeah.
Where we subscribe to their service and see something floating in and out of those windows of that car.
Yeah, I got a lot of good camera footage last week in the House on the Rock again. And I think I caught an EVP or 2. It's very hard when you go into a public place
The
and
house
you're
on the
like,
rock, is that on the water?
you're like communicating, and you're not able to allow anyone around you to know that's what you're doing. That's difficult.
You were there before, though.
But I got like things that I've been like working on, some inventions that I've been kind of working on. I could walk through Walmart talking to spirit, and it just looked like I'm talking on a Bluetooth.
Yeah,
telephone.
or just talking on your phone.
Yeah,
because a lot of people got the little maybe one earplug, and they're sitting there just walking down carrying a conversation. Maybe have their phone stuck in their pocket, and they're Bluetooth, so you don't see the wire, you don't see the thing in the ear, you don't see the phone, but they're sitting there just talking away.
Yeah,
talking to their mother or their wife or whatever, their girlfriend.
Yeah. So when I get back to Texas, there'll be another a more extensive live at Concordia Cemetery.
Oh, good.
And I'm gonna go back and communicate again there at the location of the El Paso High School. I really there's a couple of them I gotta find. I gotta talk to them.
Are we talking about next weekend up here?
No, I'm talking about El Paso High School.
No, I'm saying, did we talk about?
I don't know how many of you guys saw the video, but I actually caught the lady in white on camera walking past the entrance of the high school.
Oh, the high school.
Huh?
The high school.
Yeah, the El Paso High School, the old building, the old one. And it's like 100% validated. That's what I caught, because we're down 2 flights of steps. And I don't know if you guys are aware of, if you've seen pictures of it.
No, you haven't.
But there's like it's almost like a coliseum going down from the entrance. The steps are real steep that go all the way down to the football field, and the cameras are angled up at the entrance. There's no cars behind. There's no planes going overhead. There's nothing that could reflect off of that window. And so, I'm quite certain that she was there. And I got a lot of communication.
Joanne Stewart's here too.
But yeah, there's several places I plan on going when we get down there.
There's your Starseed Paranormal again. See that?
What's that?
Starseed Paranormal.
What am I looking for?
And comments. Here's one that says Starseeds Paranormal.
Oh, I think this Facebook on my computer is behind.
Could
Like
be.
you all said hi to Nancy about 5 minutes before I actually saw her in the comments.
Well, you got to go ahead and feed those mice so they go around that wheel faster. They're slowing down. Thanks for getting me that name too, Len.
Which name is that? Wally?
Wally.
Oh, one thing I want to catch up on somebody who said something in the chat room. They said it was the Williston. No, it was not the Williston Gale. It's the Gilchrist. Gilchrist. Gilchrist County Jail. Different county.
Okay.
They're just getting this restored. It's been available for investigations from a previous owner, but they didn't really put money into it. And they're getting a murderer's kind of museum in one of the rooms. In fact, they've got several memorabilia from Bonnie and Clyde and, of course, John Dillinger, which, of course, kind of close to my heart because, I've been to investigating both the alleyway where Dillinger was shot and the location where Bonnie and Clyde were shot.
And you filmed all that too when.
Mm-hmm. Richard Crowe's last event in that alley.
Hey,
a lot of people that
how
are
far
on
away
here.
from Wisconsin are you, Lynn?
Do what now?
How far away from Wisconsin are you?
Am I?
He's in Arkansas.
I'm way down here in southeast Arkansas.
Right. How long did it take you to get to Broadhead when you came?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I ended up not going. I had a severe plumbing problem. And, plumbers are not cheap.
Oh,
In fact,
it wasn't diarrhea. It was the actual water pipes.
It was actual water pipe.
Look, I made Greg speechless.
There goes the show down the pooper.
Yeah, down the pooper.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh, that's Rihanna. Starseed Paranormal.
No, I was just curious because I don't know what direction we're going when we go to Texas, but I'm trying to work it out with Christy where we drive for like 10 hours, stay the night, drive another 10 hours, stay the night somewhere.
It took me right at 13 hours to get here from Chicago driving.
Oh, okay.
So what we did, we stopped at 8 and we found a nice hotel a couple of times, something about halfway with a good restaurant there, and spend the night halfway. We did that 2 or 3 different times coming down here. Because
the two times we went down to Texas and then back up here again, that was between 24 and 28 hours, and we did not stop.
Oh, wow.
I slept, she drove. She slept, I drove.
That's crazy.
Oh, have you seen some of Michael Gagliano's posts? He found a car in Europe that they're actually installing a toilet under one of the front seats. I'm being serious. They're actually putting a toilet where you can just fold up the seat and sit down, do your business, cover it back up, and put the seat back down and sit down. I'm not kidding. Can you imagine driving a car on a long trip and here's your best bud or your wife or your girlfriend or something, they got to go, and you say, "Well, raise the seat up and you can go right there," and they're going to the bathroom right beside you while you're driving.
No.
I'd be a little pissed if I was the car behind him.
No, it's got a tank in it. It's got to be
What?
one of those new disposable ones, the ones that, probably even bags it for you.
Or get a 5-gallon bucket, snap on toilet seat. Or get one of those 5-gallon buckets from Lowe's. You pull the lid off of it, you just sit down on that bucket.
How did I get this thing unsealed?
Yeah, you're fighting you got 2 buckets there, and you got to use a stick of dynamite to get the 2 buckets apart.
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
I thought this was a show about spirit.
I did too. Like Steve says, well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, you got to go.
Oh man.
Good seeing him.
And as far as the driver behind you, it's always better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Yeah. That's a good, very valid point. Okay. I think that's going to be about it on that point. I want to thank everybody. Thank Mr. Len Dorman and Reggie Randall, the X-Man, for stopping in tonight to make this happen, because if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't have happened. So I appreciate your help and everything. You've always been very great to me, and I appreciate you guys. You're family. So, and I probably owe you guys now. So Lenny's just going to probably book me about 3 times. That's okay. I don't care.
Greg, read your chat.
Read my chat.
The last 3 or 4 posts.
Oh God.
What? You guys are crazy. Nothing wrong with it. Oh my God. That ends it on a crappy note, right?
I used to tell the kids like that we couldn't go out on Christmas Eve anywhere with the car. And when they asked me why, I'm like, well, you know how it is when a bird craps on your windshield. It's pretty nasty, but can you imagine reindeer crapping on your windshield?
Oh. I want to thank everybody that's been in here. You guys are great in the chat, and I really appreciate you people. You're always there for me. So,
no, anytime, Greg. Like I said, on Fridays I'm usually free. So
you guys all have a great evening, and you want to hang around, and I'll go ahead and do the ending.
Go ahead and take us out of here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Get out, everybody.
Okay, everybody, that's it. We'll see you next week, Wednesday night, when Spirit Connect. We should have a great show. We have a lot of people in here that belong to that. Or Carol's here, and so is Barbara. So, without further ado, have a great weekend and stay warm. We'll see you.